Hello and welcome. My name is Spacemuffin, and this is the Void Strategy. So today I'm going to be taking a step back, and I don't really have much planned for this week, but I'm going to be kind of talking about the state of the game and kind of what this game really needs. So let's go ahead and get into it. Before we do, though, guys, please hit that like button and hit that subscribe button, guys, and don't forget to join our Discord. Awesome. So there's been a lot of cool stuff that's come out in Warcraft Rumble as far as the minis and the split leaders. I think were pretty cool. Obviously, we just got the Priestess, which was really cool. And they announced the Lich King coming out. And this is kind of a little bit of a surprise because, you know, we don't have Thrall. We don't have, like, some of the other more iconic heroes, you know, and things like that. So, I think that Blizzard is, I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that they are somewhat desperate, you know what I mean? I think there's a little bit of, you know, they kind of want to skip to the Lich King because they know it's going to make money. My only hope is that it's a good mini, you know, it's fun, it's unique, and it's good. And so I think that, you know, really just making it fun, you know, and making him, you know, because like one of the things with Malfurion they did was like they made him super fun, super overpowered, and everybody was kind of buying him and you know, and just really excited, but then they just immediately nerf him. And I don't think that it's necessarily like bad, like per se, to nerf a character, but I just it just felt a little weird to me, like that they kind of nerfed him so quickly after making him so OP. I think that the key with this game, like, there's so much, like, I'll put it this way, there's so much, like just grindy stuff. Like, you do your dailies. There's really not a lot of things to do other than, like, do your dailies, do PvP, like, once you've beaten the game and everything. So, I think if they added, like, a northern continent with a bunch of new bosses and then, like, a raid for northern, I think that would be really cool, obviously. And I think that, like, Northern, you know, it would just be cool, you know, if they just had, like, a whole theme around this. And, you know, maybe kind of like on Nixia, you have to beat ICC or something to unlock the Lich King. You know, just this brutal challenge. Like, just something, like, just people can feel achievements, but also, you know, have fun beating, like, these bosses and, you know, fighting, you know, just Syndragosa and all that stuff. I think that would be super cool in a in this game, you know, and so I think like they're headed on the right track. I think split leaders were really cool. I think they need to have, like, I don't know, like I kind of talked about this with my Age of Empires video where there needs to be some kind of finality, like some kind of like decision. So, for example, like the Lich King, it would be interesting if there's a mechanic where maybe he himself is overpowered, but you can only use undead units. Like, I think that would add an interesting dilemma, you know? Some people would really hate that. Some people would be like, you know, this just isn't that type of game or whatever. I think it would be kind of interesting, you know, just like being forced to make faction choices, you know? Because eventually we're going to get a lot of minis. We're going to have so many freaking minis, you know? They release minis all the time, and, you know, like, you know, having the split minis is cool, but, like, having, like, faction-bound minis. So, for example, you could do, like, the Lich King could be, like, the undead, like, you can only have undead units, and you can have, like, Thrall for the Horde. Stuff like that, I think, would be kind of interesting. Some people would, like I said, completely disagree with me on this. I just think something just, like, he would have, like, an overpowered ability, but, like, the pool of units would be limited, is kind of my thought process. And then another thing that would be kind of cool would be a co-op mode of some kind, like a PvE co-op mode, where you can do dungeons together and just something to do with friends, you know, something to make the game a little bit more social. A draft mode would actually be really sick, like where you can kind of like Battlegrounds and Hearthstone, but, you know, you kind of get to choose different minis and, you know, you guys duke it out or fight bosses. But I don't know, I think the Warcraft Rumble team is not, like, particularly large. I don't think this is, like, a huge team like they've dedicated to Hearthstone. So I think that one thing that Blizzard has to understand, like, and I think they do kind of get it about mobile games, is you do have to release constant updates. You know, you have to release updates that people are gonna get engaged with. You know, it's very easy for the mobile audience to kind of get bored. One of the things I've noticed about this game is literally like it is like these events are very like easy to do. They're very free to play friendly, which is cool, you know, but a lot of us hardcore players like will get it done in like a day, you know what I mean, or two or whatever, or we've already unlocked all this stuff, so it kind of, I'm not going to say is useless or anything like that. That's not what I'm trying to say, but I'm just going to say that it kind of becomes a little grindy, you know, when you are literally just like you know, do this, and then, you know, like go do your dailies. Like, I'm literally doing them right now, you know, or do, like, the Arclight Surge or whatever. And, so, yeah, I think there just needs to be a little bit more. Dungeons are good, you know. I think the other thing is, like, yeah, as I mentioned, like, dungeons are good. Having more dungeons. Raid content resets way too quickly. Or, sorry, way too, like, it's like 10 days or whatever time. It's just too long. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to say it was too quickly. It's too long. And, you know, to me, it's like, I don't know, like maybe have multiple raids going on at once, or make a more variety of raids, have like a little bit more difficult raids, something that's like more, or have a challenge mode, right? Like, you can do it once in regular mode, once in challenge mode. Something like that might be kind of cool. Just something to spice it up a little bit. But, I don't know. Like, these are kind of just my thoughts and opinions, guys. I know I'm just, like, rambling at this point. Just doing my little Arclight Surge here. But, speaking of Arclight Surge, I mean, it's cool, you know, that they do this. They let you can really get a lot of, like, rewards from doing Arclight Surge, obviously. But, you know, it does kind of get a little, I'm not going to say boring, but it just gets a little, like, it's the same thing, you know what I mean? It gets a little redundant. And it's a different zone each week, so, I don't know. But anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments. I really appreciate you guys watching this video, and we will see you in the next video.